Hi, Tyrone. Okay, Flippin' Foods Fred. So I think the background is, I think the background could be really super interesting if we were to place Fred in sort of a setting that helps to establish a visual narrative. And I think for Flippin' Foods Fred, I think the maybe something like on the counter at a Greasy Spoon diner or something like that, where the story is that this mysterious creature kind of morphed out of the food in the kitchen of the diner or something like that. But I think having him on just a blank background is not really reinforcing the narrative qualities associated with Fred and some of the possibilities of establishing a good narrative with Fred. So consider that moving forward. Now, I think the main thing in the composition is this. First of all, you're set up correctly at 8.5 by 11. I'm sorry, 8 by 10 at 300 ppi. That's fantastic. You've got your all of your masking. Okay, now this is what I really want to talk about masking. You've got your type in place. That's fantastic. Now, one thing I want to do here, and I just lost Bluetooth on my mouse. That's so strange. So let's see. Hopefully, okay, there we go. So the background, let me see, where is the background on this composition? There it is, layer 0. So you definitely want to remember to name all of your layers always in Photoshop. Because, as you've noticed, files get big quickly. So you could easily have a file in Photoshop with several hundred layers. And if you're going to collaborate with other designers, it's really super important that you keep as organized as possible. And one of the ways to keep organized is to name all of your layers. So I think that the main thing I'm seeing here has to do with masking. And masking, as we know, is probably the most important feature in all of Photoshop. It allows you to non-destructively remove backgrounds. Now, the problem that I'm seeing here is that we're not seeing effective masking. The orange mask looks great, right? Look at this. That looks fantastic. But some of the other elements have these parts of the background. Like right here, we can see parts of, let's go to broccoli. Let's find a broccoli. Where's the broccoli? Okay, let's take the mask. Now watch what happens. Now we can see some areas there that were erased. You don't want to do that. You want to use layer masking. You don't ever want to erase pixels in Photoshop. That's destructive, and you can never get those pixels back without re-importing the image itself. So you definitely want to mask. Now the problem I'm seeing with your masking is that there's just too much background. Right here we've got all this background in a banana. We've got this white triangle, which I'm not real sure what that is. Then we've got the hot dog. You've got all of that background over there visible. Got all of this visible background in the mushroom and the cheese as well. So you want to most definitely want to refine your masks. I think that is the single most important thing you can do at this point in this particular assignment, is because one of the foundational cornerstones, as I said, one of the course objectives, one of the course outcomes and the learning objectives in this class is to show proficiency in layer masking. Okay, so until we get that down, we really shouldn't move forward. So I'd love for you to resubmit this showing effective, clean masks on all of your layers. Now note that the auto select tools don't always work in Photoshop. That's why Photoshop gives you so many different ways to select items. And you can please review the chapter in the book regarding channels and selections. Really, really important that we get that down. I know I'm stressing. I know I keep saying that, but it's really important. Okay, back to business. This looks great. The drop shadow, or the cast shadow, I should say, looks fantastic. And you included the mushroom too. That was smart. That was smart. There's a separation here, the mushroom from the body. And also, I think, shouldn't the hot dog be coming from behind the body to depict that's a leg? Let's go ahead and take that hot dog, the sausage, and we'll move it behind the body. Okay, and you see how now we'd have to move some other things too, because right now there we go. And then the mushroom as well. I think the mushroom should be moved over maybe to establish that other leg. Maybe even, I don't know, work that out, but I think that that's really, really super important at this point, is to get your masking down, also get some of the placement of these images down. So that leg, mushroom leg, was really completely separated from the body, so it didn't look natural. And same with this. This is completely separated, so it doesn't look natural. Okay, so those are my recommendations. Now, once you get your masking down, I would recommend going in and clipping adjustment layers to individual elements of Fred, just to enhance their tonal and their color qualities, as we have learned in the lesson with adjustment layers. All right, so if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Thank you very much.